What's up, guys? Chain Reaction here, coming at you today with a little impromptu review comparison video. And we're calling this A Tale of Two Backpacks. Alright guys, subject of today's video, we've got a comparison between two backpacks here. We've got, on the right hand side, we've got the Kriega R25. And on the left here, we've got MotoLoot's Ultra Reflective, or Super Reflective, whichever terminology they use. Now the Kriega has been my main go-to backpack pretty much since I started riding. So I've been using it for a couple years, and the only real gripe I have with it is it's somewhat limited on cargo capacity. But other than that, it's been great. Now, I kind of bought the MotoLoot on a limb, mainly because I like the fact that it's has this much more reflective material on it. And my typical use case for backpacks is I don't use them on like pleasure rides much, but I do when I commute. And the way the hours work at my job is I usually end up coming home after dark. So the idea of this much reflective material definitely appealed. So let's just go ahead and get into it. And the Kriega has two main storage compartments. You've got a smaller one here. And then this is the main storage compartment here. You've got a pocket here for a laptop with your main storage capacity there. And you've got a smaller pocket here for smaller items. I typically keep a little bottle of helmet face shield cleaner and a little microfiber cloth and other similar items in there. And also during the summer, I will carry a 3-liter water bladder with me in this. And this backpack has a pass-through in the main storage compartment right here for the hose, which unfortunately the MotoLoot doesn't have any such provision. And this is probably my favorite feature of the Kriega is the Quadlock harness system, which does a great job of distributing the weight of the items in the backpack more kind of across your rib cage instead of putting all the pressure on your back, which for someone like me whose back is not in pristine shape is quite a boon. Anyway, that's the Kriega. Now the MotoLoot, to its credit, it has more compartments. It's got more storage capacity, which that was one of the selling points for me when I was looking at it. Was, I mean, one of the main problems I have with the Kriega commuting is I usually have to bring like extra shoes or maybe a few other changes because I ride in full gear wherever I go, and that includes to work. So I have to bring stuff with me to change into. And that can be a problem with the R25, and I've often had to supplement that with like a tailback. So the idea that the MotoLoot has more storage capacity was a great appeal. Because you have your first storage pocket here, and then you've got your two smaller pouches on the side here. And you even got a little compartment down here that comes with a water-resistant, waterproof little cover that I affectionately like to refer to as the condom. And this compartment, I guess, could be used for anything else you wanted to stick in there. And we come to the secondary compartment, which as you can see is already rivaling the Kriega's main compartment for storage. And you've got this secondary little mesh pocket here, which is very similar to the one on the Kriega, except much larger and capable of putting more stuff in it. And then we come to the MotoLoot's main compartment, which, I mean, we've already got the Kriega beat on storage capacity. And it likewise has a little compartment here that can be used for a laptop or water bladder. But unfortunately, unlike the Kriega, there is no pass-through for the hose, which is, you know, kind of a bummer. And then come to the straps, and you have even more reflective material here, which is what I do like. But unfortunately, the straps on the MotoLoot are not that dissimilar from your basic stock standard backpack strap. Case in point, I did one commute in this, and when I commute, I take my full water bladder with me, plus all the other stuff I need for work. And the result of that is you end up with a fairly heavy backpack. Now, I can do that with the Kriega, make the commute, and my back's fine. But when I got home with this thing, my back was screaming at me. So, and this back, I mean, these straps are like I said, it's basically your standard backpack straps, and puts the weight of the load right on your back, which, you know, not optimal, at least for me. Unlike the Kriega and its Quadlock harness system. And I can ride in this all day, and I have done it, and without having my back bother me all that much. So, what's my opinions on these two? On storage capacity and reflectivity, the MotoLoot has the Kriega beat, hands down. But as far as fit and finish, build quality, in my opinion, and as far as and the strap system, as far as just all-day comfort goes, I think the Kriega takes it in there. So all this being said, which of these will I typically go for a trip? Well, it will be the Kriega. Like I said, based on the strap system and just the all-day comfort. Now, the MotoLoot, I think it's great for its intended demographic, which is younger riders, who, you know, they're riding for pleasure, or they may be commuting on the bike to, say, school or college, or otherwise they have very short trips on it, in which this thing's fine, particularly if your back's in perfect shape. However, for those of us who have longer trips, have to carry more, and are older, and whose backs are in less in perfect shape, the Quadlock harness system on the Kriega is just the better go. That being said, would I recommend the MotoLoot? Absolutely. It's just, for my particular use case, it's not the best fit. But, I mean, if you're watching this video because you're in the market and you're considering it, I mean, it's $80. I mean, as far as motorcycle backpacks go, it's a bargain. Just go for it. Anyway, that's been my little comparison between these two backpacks. Both are great units. Either will serve you well. It just depends on your particular circumstances and your particular use case. Now, one main problem with the Kriega that I think a lot of shoppers are going to recoil at is the price. It's a high-quality touring backpack, and the price reflects it. I think I paid like $300 for it. That, you know, and just based on that, the MotoLoot is probably the better go. Anyway, that's been my little comparison here. If you got any kind of value out of it, please think about throwing me a subscribe or like or comment. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. This is Chain Reaction, out.